Welcome to Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. I'm Tobie Hewitt, and I'm your guide through time and space and all points in between. Mystic Musings will give you insight into who you are, why you are here, how to live an authentic life, and where you fit into the universe around you. Join me on this path of mystical exploration. Welcome to episode 101 of Mystic Musings with Tobie Hewitt. This week we will consider mindfulness in community as we continue our mystic journey. With every passing day, I become more and more dismayed by the administration's attempt to divide and diminish the non-white population of this country. There is nothing inherently superior to having white skin rather than any myriad combinations of skin tonalities that are a very integral part of our society. I have always squirmed when skin color is used as a determiner of worth or importance. As those of you who have been listening to these podcasts probably can surmise, I am always curious about the cultures of other people, from the arts to the cuisine to the architecture to the beliefs and practices. As I have said before, I prefer a world where everybody brings to the table a different dish to pass. It keeps the world and the palate better informed. But it is the idea of a wide range of ideas that is one of the reasons we are here in physical bodies, in order to explore the diversity of ideas and find commonality from which to evolve our spirits to the next level. For, just as there are elements of evolution apparent in the natural world, so too is there an etheric urge towards spiritual evolution as we regain awareness of and grow toward our origins, not physically, but rather spiritually. Being on the physical plane brings both lessons and challenges regarding both our physical and spiritual beings. Obviously, it is part of the overall plan of the creative spirit that we experience division and diversity while in the physical body so that we can learn to combat prejudice and misunderstanding as we desire communion with others. There are so many lessons to be learned, and each time we overcome the challenges that our diversity brings, the more peaceful and harmonious we become as creatures on the physical plane, and the more our spirits can benefit from the urge to reunite as the community of which we all are inherently a part. The challenges promoted to us by those who are closed to bringing us together and who would rather divide the populations actually serve to allow us to become aware of our differences and to come together to celebrate these. Of course, this is not what the bigots want, but the greater plan has them serving in this role, in this incarnation, so that we may join together to work against such prejudice and discover our commonalities and celebrate these. Mindfulness, as I have said before, allows us to become centered on self-awareness and compassion. Meditation allows us to gain focus while discharging any distractions that may rise. When we use the lessons learned through meditation to pay close attention to what is happening, and then find in ourselves the impetus to promote change, to counter the negative vibrations, we are evolving our spirits as well as the physical plane. But while singular awareness and good works do go far in addressing the ills that are plaguing us, mindfulness in community can allow those who are called upon to serve the greater good to come together and combine their energies of compassion and love to reveal a change, the change we want to see in the world. In an earlier episode, I shared that through mindfulness, we gain awareness of our actions, reactions, thoughts, feelings, and physical presence as we journey on our path through this life. It is a conscious acknowledgement of self within the larger context of one's immediate environment, the natural world, and the Earth's community. This last idea is not generally included in mindfulness discussions or training. Thich Nhat Hanh, a well-known and loved Vietnamese Buddhist monk, wrote, "We are here to awaken from our illusion of separateness." Maintaining an awareness of our connection to others in our immediate community and the larger world is an intrinsic aspect of our pathwork and allows for growth on a level beyond personal mindfulness. I wanted to repeat these ideas because with every passing day, I think there is becoming a more urgent need to join together to work toward the common good, in defiance of the direction in which a small number of people want to take us. As spirits who share a common awareness that there is something more, something wider, something much bigger than what we could conceive of or perceive, it is our task to keep our individual sparks shining so that they can join the sparks of others to build a fire that trembles the generous and charitable spirit. We are one. We have always been one. And this country adopted the motto, E pluribus unum, out of many one, so that this idea could resonate through future generations. It is time we turn our attention back to this idea and create a country of individuals who can and must come together as one. Since I started working on this episode, another massacre has occurred, this one in El Paso, Texas. One life or many lives lost in a moment of senseless violence is always shocking and, unfortunately, becoming an epidemic in this country. While those killed in these occurrences go on in spirit to the other plane, those left behind must suffer the loss in myriad ways for the remainder of their days in the physical realm. Humankind indeed has free will, and darkness cannot be allowed to govern our actions and reactions. When we join together within and through the energy of love, hate cannot survive. Please send healing, light, peace, and love to those affected by this tragedy and to each other as we once again start a familiar journey toward healing. If you have questions or thoughts about this episode or any other topic in this podcast, please contact me through tobiehewitt.com and leave a comment on the contact page. I will be pleased to answer your questions or respond to your comments in future episodes. It would be nice if this could become a dialogue between us as we continue our mystic journey. Thanks for listening to this episode of Mystic Musings. Please join me every week to continue our exploration of all things mystical that can help you have a more practical and magical life. Please visit my website, tobiehewitt.com, for more information and to read my blog postings. And join me also at pathwaystomindfulness.org to learn how you can schedule a presentation. I'm available for mindfulness training, demonstrations of psychic abilities, and individual readings. I also have a number of books on mystical topics on Amazon.com. I look forward to hearing from you and answering your questions. Please contact me through tobiehewitt.com.